Are you ready to master the Ape Remote? Let's go. How you doing, everybody? Justin Schwartz here on behalf of Ape Labs, and yes, today we are going to do a full tutorial on the Ape Remote, so by the end of this video, you are a complete master at it. Before we dive into it though, make sure you're checking out Ape Labs at apelabs.com. If you have any questions on the Ape Remote or anything else Ape Labs related, feel free to drop them down in the comments, and also consider subscribing. We'd love to see you back here again. So real quickly, let's just talk about what the Ape Remote is. This is the universal remote for every single Ape Labs product. It works with every single one going back to 2014, V1, V2, the new pixel mapping products as well. And it is a 2.4 gigahertz technology RF frequency remote control with about a 200-foot range. And it is what I would say the best remote in the industry for wireless lighting, just like this. All right, so today here's what we're going to go over. We're gonna go over every single button, what the functionality is of each button. We're gonna give you a few hacks that you might not know about, even if you've used the Ape Remote before. And we're also going to show you how to access pixel effects. So we're gonna dive into that now. All right, so we're gonna start right at the top here, and we'll talk about the sun and the half sun moon here. These are intensity increments. So if you're looking to lower the intensity or the actual level of brightness here, you hit down, actually will turn them off completely, and then up to turn them, make them brighter. You can do a full blackout. This is actually not an on-off button here. This is a blackout switch here in the middle. So if you hit that, it'll black out the lights immediately. Now, let's say you want to cycle through the colors. That's what these arrows here, left and right. So if I want to cycle through colors, I hit left, or I hit right. Very simple. Okay, your bottom left here, that is your grouping button. So right now I have maxis on channel 1 here. You'll see the red as I'm making it more intense. I'm blacking it out, right? So if I want to go to group 3 where I have the neons, I hit that button till it flashes on group 3, and then I have access again to the neons. I have some minis over there on the bottom as well. They're in channel and group 4. If I want to turn them off and have access to those, I hit the group till I go to group 4, and I'm there. And that is the grouping. And this is actually one of the best features of the Ape Remote because it gives you DMX-like control without necessarily having to handle DMX. You can actually control 4 groups of lights at one time on one remote. And that's just one of the only remotes I know of that can actually do that. All right, so if we're moving over here to the right, this is your speed increment. So right now you're in a static wash at the bottom. If I want to start to make a slow fade, I hit up. And you'll start to see it's gradually going to start to fade in and out to where it goes faster and faster till it's almost strobing. And on that note, you can actually strobe with your Ape Remote. If you want to strobe with the Ape Remote, what you do is you hold speed up and speed down at the same time, boom, and now you're strobing. If I want to turn that off, I just boom again. And I actually just hit the down increment, or I hold it down, which we'll show you later. That's how you do that. All right, I'm going to now talk to you about this microphone button here. And this is the 1-button activation of a light show called Music Mode. If you hit that button, it's going to dim down to about 15% brightness, and as you can see, it's actually reacting to my voice, and it's starting to do a light show all on its own. Each light has microphones built inside, and when you're using the remote, you're going to have these lights listening and then sending signal into an algorithm that makes a light show for you immediately that perfectly syncs with the music. So that is Music Mode. And then we'll turn that off, so we go back here to a static color. And then you have the star button, which we're gonna get into this a little bit more later, but the star button has actually 3 functions now. Number 1, it's a flashlight. Okay, which is pretty cool, right? You got a little flashlight there in case you need it. Number 2, you can access pixel movement with this, which we're going to go over later. Number 3, you use the star button to actually clone or pair your remote. And we have a video link that we'll put in the description here where we actually did a full video on that, and you can check out exactly what that is. But basically that allows you to pair your remote to specific lights, so that way you can actually use more than one remote and get more than 4 groups of control. Now we're going to show you how to access pixel movement with the Ape remote. So remember that star button right here I showed you earlier? Well, that's what you're going to use to access this. And it's a little tricky here, so stay with me. But you're gonna hold the star button down. You're then going to hit increase in intensity. Then very quickly, you're gonna have to hit the speed increment up. Once you hit the speed increment up, you can start to change the speed. And then what it's doing now, it's put you into pixel movement number 1. If you wanna get to 2, 3, or 4, you just hit the star and up again. Star and up again. Star and up again. That gives me 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if I want to reverse that, I just do it the opposite way. Star and down. Star and down. Star and down. Star and down. And now I'm back into regular static mode. And if I lower that speed, it goes back to where it was. And that is how you access pixel movement from your Ape remote. All right, and now I just want to show you really one quick hack that you might not know about and is something that really does make things a bit easier for you. So there are short presses, and everything I've shown you so far has been a short press, right? If I want to change color, I short press it. But there's also something called a long press, which means that you're going to hold down the button. And then what it actually does is it basically then goes either from 100% to 0 or 0 to 100. What do I mean by that? I mean that right now I am at color number 1. If I long press this here, it's gonna go to the last color, to color 29, right? Same thing here for intensity. If I want to black it out real quickly or whatever, and I don't want to hit that. I don't know why I'd want to do that, but you can. I hold it long press and boom, it goes down. I guess if you want a more gradual decline of light, you can use that. But if I hold it up, I long press it, it goes to the brightest level. Short press does it 1 at a time. And this is also pretty cool for the group button here, because typically you're just gonna cycle through groups like this 1 at a time. But let's say for some reason I need to black out all the lights really quickly, or I want to strobe them all real quick. If I long press the groups, they'll all light up, and now I have access to all 4 groups at the same time. So if you do that and long press in on the groups, it actually gives you some more additional functionality that could be useful for you. So just wanted to go through all that as well. The long press, and yeah, I think that's basically all we need to cover. Okay, the last thing I just wanted to show you real quickly was how to remove the battery and change the battery if you ever want to do that. It is a little bit finicky here, but that's really just so the piece here doesn't come out. The Germans don't build stuff the wrong way. They build it the right way, and it's always secure. So this is part of that, and what you do here is you'll see a little slot here. You have to push that in. And then with your thumb here, there's another slot. You gotta pull that out at the same time. And you'll see here, it's CR2032 is the battery number. And slides out. And then if you need to replace it, you pull it out and you push it right back in. All right, everybody, so that's the Ape remote. We really hope that at this point now you understand all the functionality, that you can utilize some of the hacks that we showed you, and of course, if you're accessing pixel mapping, that you understand how to do that now as well. We want to thank you so much for watching this video. As usual, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. Always happy to answer questions that you may have. Consider subscribing. We'd love to see you back here again. And of course, check out Ape Labs at apelabs.com. We'll see you on the next one, everyone. And as I always like to say, Auf Wiedersehen, everyone. Bye-bye.